Chapter 3. Axel has a secret. I moved very quickly. The note was back in its place before my uncle closed his office door. He did not notice anything strange. As it turned out, Uncle Lidenbrock had only gone for a walk. He was trying to clear his head. He said he wanted to return to the work with fresh eyes. Unfortunately, this was not the case. In fact, my uncle continued to struggle for many hours. I did feel guilty, honestly, I did. However, I felt it was for the best, for his safety and mine. If I kept the secret to myself, I stayed with my uncle, though. I answered his questions and listened to his theories and suggestions. I tried to get him to eat something. I failed, and encouraged him to drink some water. In those first few hours, I was certain he would discover the truth. After all, how could I have been successful while my brilliant uncle struggled? By midnight, though, I saw that he was trying too hard. The answer was really very simple. He was missing it entirely. When I was no longer worried about him discovering the secret, I fell asleep. When I woke up in the morning, my uncle was still working. He looked exhausted. There were dark circles under his eyes. He stooped over his desk as he scribbled his notes. Martha tried to leave the house for her morning trip to the market. She found the front door locked. The key was not in the lock, as it usually was. Without the key, we would remain locked inside. My uncle must have absent-mindedly put it in his vest pocket. I tried asking him about the key, but he would not listen. He could concentrate on nothing but his precious note. Several more hours passed, and I started to feel desperate. By mid-afternoon, I was starving. My uncle stood up, announcing he was off for another walk. I knew this meant that he might lock us inside again. I didn't know when he would return or when I might eat. I knew that I had to act. "Uncle," I said. He did not hear me. "Uncle," I repeated loudly. There was still no response. "Uncle Lidenbrock," I yelled. This time he turned toward me. "What about the key?" I asked. "What, boy? The key?" he asked. He was truly confused by my question. "The key to the message," I said. "What about the key to the message?" My uncle's eyes grew large. "What are you saying?" His voice was low, but excited. I had never seen him like this before. I picked up the note and whispered, "Look, read." He shook his head in disbelief. "No," he said, "it doesn't make sense." "Yes," I said again. "It does when you begin at the beginning." I pointed to the last word in the message. "Start here and read the message backward." My uncle snatched the note from my hand. It only took a moment or two before he realized what I meant. He let out a wild whoop. "Oh, you clever Saknussemm," he cried. "You wrote your message backward." Uncle Lidenbrock sat back down and quickly wrote out the message. Go down the crater of the volcano Snæfell. Follow the shadow just before the month of July. You will find your way to the center of the earth. I did it. Arn Sakdosem. My uncle reacted as I thought he would. He paced across the room. He held his hat in his hands and talked to himself. Every once in a while, he let out a great yelp of excitement. Axel, he said, we'll have to get to it. Get to what? I asked. Packing, he nearly yelled. We're going to Iceland, to the volcano Snæfells. We are going to follow the path to the center of the earth. That's the end of chapter 3.